What you get when you mix barbarians, zombies, space pilots, dinosaurs, survivalists, and a hell of a lot more news about survival games? Of course, it's the Access Show. Let's go. The three big ones, ARK, Conan Exiles and Dayz in today's show, but ARK Survival Evolved have got big problems on the official Xbox servers. No one can actually join them. What's going on? Dayz Dayz Livonia, I showed you guys they uploaded a trailer by mistake. What's happening? When's the release date of Livonia? I'm going to give you my thoughts and some secret info we found out. Plus, what's going on with Conan Exiles? I revealed yesterday the possibility of a new map. I'm going to rehash some of that little bits and bobs too. You just watched a deep dive trailer for Subnautica though. We'll be diving back into that later on, as well as No Man's Sky, Pine, The Long Dark and Survive the Nights, as well as a little bit talk about Hightail. Plus full gameplay footage of Space Engineers on Xbox One running, giving you all the info on what's going on with the release of that in 2020. But before we go, you guys know I've been plugging my live stream. I'm going to be doing 18 hours of live stream celebrating 100k subscribers for Save the Children. It starts on Saturday the 30th November at 8 AM GMT time. I'm going to be going all the way up until 3 AM the next morning. Big shout out to Grapeshot Studios community manager Jat for giving me some keys for Atlas. He also sorted me out some ARK Survival Evolved Genesis Pass DLC, and Funcom Conan Exiles. The community managers there have also dished me out some DLC codes, the season passes. These are all going to be prizes if you donate tomorrow or today. I haven't quite worked out exactly how I'm going to do it, so stay tuned tomorrow to see how you could have a chance. But anyone that enters will have a chance at winning some prizes. All you got to simply do is donate. We're hopefully going to have a bunch of different guests appearing tomorrow and helping me out. We're also going to be doing some special stuff. Aaron Longstaff, I'm going to finally teach this dude how to build. Me and Frasonis are hopefully going to do some content maybe on the raft. Hod Gaming may teach me some PvP in Dayz. GG Fizz is going to teach me how to sail in Atlas. Firespark81 is also going to be helping me out with Conan Exiles, talking about the game. And I'm hoping to do some more content with some more content creators like Sven P and a bunch of others. If you're a long time supporter of mine, I've supported you as well. Don't think I'm leaving you guys out. I'm just trying to get as many eyes as I can on the fact that I'm doing a charity night for Save the Children. I'm going to be playing on my servers all day for ARK, Conan Exiles, Dayz, Atlas, Rust, you name it, I'll be there doing some content. So if you want to come join me, come and join Discord. The links will be in the description box down below. You can stay tuned exactly what game I'm up for next. If you can't do that, then share the love. Make sure you share my links to social media, especially this one. Really appreciate it, guys. I really want to see if we can get to £1,000. That's a huge target, but with the help of all these other content creators, I think we can do it. Okay, so I put this trailer up the other day and a lot of people were very disappointed that it actually got taken down. Turns out Dayz is not actually coming out today, but it was put up at 3 o'clock in the morning. As I said when I done my video talking about it, it looked like it was a mistake. It did say the DLC was out available now on PC, Xbox and PlayStation 4. Now, some of you guys sent me a bunch of screenshots and information saying that actually there was a release date for Livonia and it appeared on the Xbox Microsoft store as well. Big shout out to Dakota YouTube who sent me this. And supposedly it's going to be coming out on December the 3rd next month. So pretty much Tuesday. You guys know my feelings about Bohemia and Livonia, and I'm really hoping they can prove me wrong and that this DLC, which is also going to launch with free content including the bear for Chernarus, a bunch of other new weapons like shotguns as well for Chernarus, it's all going to be gravy and the update will fix a lot of the long-standing issues. If it does, I'll be promoting the hell out of Dayz once more. If it doesn't, then maybe expect me to go a bit nuclear on them. Either way, I am going to be giving a review of Livonia and showing you guys if there's been any improvement on console specifically. We probably will be setting the server to Livonia as well when it starts up on the PlayStation 4. So ARK Survival Evolved have had more issues once more. It seems like every holiday season they seem to flick a switch for something and it tends to break stuff. This update a few days ago caused a lot of problems for PC players. And then if you scroll down, just look how many Xbox players are complaining that the game is just not able to function. So many people complaining they cannot access official servers and Wildcard have done nothing. Let me know what you've been doing while the downtime's taken hold. A little bit of single player, private servers. There's no word yet on a fix for this, but as soon as there is, I'll let you guys know. It's just another issue with Wildcards and their continually bad form. Getting behind this game can be so tough sometimes because they just do so many crap things. And this is again just highlights how shit it is that a game can go 3 days without having any official network on it. Hopefully it gets resolved by Monday or maybe even Tuesday. It's depending on whether or not Wildcard have taken a big long break for Thanksgiving. Space Engineers is coming to Xbox. I've told you guys about this all year long. In fact, it was a couple years ago I told you guys and showed you the announcement trailer for it. But then it was a bit of a pipe dream. They hadn't even really started work on it over 2 years ago when they had notification. But in the last year, they've really ramped up stuff and it's viable, it's working. The gameplay you are seeing is all Xbox One footage. The devs did a big, huge live stream yesterday and they gave a bunch of information out, including whether or not the game would work with keyboard and mouse. Yes, it does. Is there going to be crossplay? No, there won't. How many features are coming? It's going to be pretty much the full game minus the command blocks and script writing. And that's kind of what you would expect. As much as we want these games on console, there is a limit to what they can do. But it's great to see that Space Engineers, a very hardcore, complicated game, has been ported over to the console. People might complain and say, how can you play it with a controller? Well, Kerbal Space Station may be the one to go to. That is also a really complicated game and usually you have to have lots of keys for it on keyboard. But it transitions pretty well onto consoles, pretty popular on the PS4 particularly. I'm going to be getting into Space Engineers. This is one of them games I really wanted to get into. But the hours you need to devote to it have been very, very problematic for me. But definitely on the console where I feel more at ease with a controller, I am going to be all over it. Release date of early 2020. They've not given us a precise date, but they did show that progress is massively along. So I really do think we're going to be seeing Space Engineers around February or March. The Long Dark, a game that I absolutely love and I will keep supporting even if maybe other people have kind of forgotten about it. I told you guys it released its 3rd episode after nearly 2 years of waiting, and that's pretty much gone down very well on all consoles and platforms. But that's not the end of it. They've got another November, but that's not the end of it. They've got another update coming this December. There's a brand new region in survival mode, a new challenge and new gameplay systems, new feats and more music, as well as some other features including Timberwolves. The survival mode really is where The Long Dark gets its most praise, and although the story mode has been improved massively, I still think a lot of people are really excited about this update. It's also going to have a 2-part environmental puzzle, so as ever I'll be promoting this with the trailers that come out and I'm going to get some time and actually play it next week. Hopefully I can complete all of the story in time for the survival mode so I can get good at surviving in the cold, chilly Canadian wilderness. Or is it Alaska? It's Alaska, isn't it? Speaking of chilly, Subnautica Below Zero did release their brand new update 2. Deep Dive pretty much revamps the whole story of Subnautica and mixes up and changes a lot. The devs have actually announced that they're getting rid of the story and reworking it completely. There's a mysterious NPC we're actually going to see someone face to face this time, and they are keeping the voice work in, but it looks like it may be going in a different direction. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out. But the devs are pretty happy with the way things have gone. It's been a bit of a struggle streamlining and planning how they would get the story content into a basic sandbox survival game. I'll probably be doing deeper videos talking about Space Engineers and Subnautica next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. No Man's Sky has had another update after the huge big update a few months ago, which was a bit divisive. Some players felt it maybe made the game a little bit too easy, others felt they made the game a little bit overcomplicated. Whatever way you think about it, No Man's Sky has done some more work and they're calling this update Symphysis. No snazzy trailer with this one, but it's a bunch of bug fixes and quality of life improvements. And that doesn't mean it's just a couple little bits, it's still a quite substantial meaty update. Huge changes including terrain editing, how you process items with new items on your backpack, new ways to experience aircraft travel, and a whole host of improvements to the space map, as well as a bunch of other stuff, including 217 bug fixes. They've made massive improvements to base building as well and snapping, so let me know if you're a base builder on No Man's Sky. Send some pictures in my Discord. It's live now, it's been live on Xbox One, PS4 and the PC. And they're already doing an experimental bug fix for any more issues. So Conan Exiles and a brand new map is maybe coming. That's what I gave you guys the information on yesterday. I really do believe that's what's going to be happening when the CEOs in a conference call talking about their finances revealed that there are going to be some news about a map or from the development team soon. That does go alongside the theory that mounts being added to the game. The current map right now is a little bit too small. You can pretty much get across the whole map within 20 minutes of just running. So a bigger or a new fresher map makes a whole lot of sense, especially as in the past the devs have said they wouldn't be able to do any more additions to it. The flip side of that is some people still think it's going to be just an extra biome added, as there is a substantial blank spot in the top northeast. Whatever way it is, we're going to be seeing a big update in 2020 and very early on as well. Conan Exiles is now viewed as a live service game by Funcom. They've changed their plans, they tended to wrap it up after Season 1, but already we've had Season 2 full of DLC content this year, and it looks likely we're going to get Season 3 with a new map or biome plus more DLC. Let me know what you think about that and go and check out the previous video I've done if you want more information. I also go with all the brand new mounts that we're getting, all the mounted armour, and changes to trebuchet and god bubbles. We're a bit way off for this one, but it generated such huge interest. Hightail is coming, but maybe not until 2021. The devs released 2 big huge blog posts detailing their plans have expanded. They're going to be getting even more outside investment, and so the scope of the game is going to be even bigger than they first thought. But they have given people first footage of how the game is actually running. If you don't know what Hightail is, it is made by the same people that made the Hypixel servers in Minecraft. Pretty famous and pretty much the most well-known server system or server group. You'll either heard your favourite YouTubers using their services, or maybe your kids have been playing on their servers. Well, anyway, they decided to make their own game. Yes, it is very much looking like Minecraft, but a hell of a lot better with a lot more depth, combat, RPG elements, and the promising diversity that you can make your own games with Hightail. Some people were expecting some sort of release or early access next year, but as I said, that new news has meant that they're scaling back to 2021. Mark my words though, this is going to be huge when it does drop. And lastly, finishing off with 2 games I wholeheartedly recommend right now. Survive the Nights is a brand new survival experience, mixing some of the best bits of DayZ, possibly a little bit of Scum and 7 Days to Die, but all with its own fresh, unique ideas. It's very early alpha at the moment. It is available to buy on Steam, but I kid you not, it ran really well when I've played it. I've played it a bunch of times this week. Definitely think you should go out there and give it a shot if you like them games I just mentioned. It's definitely on the early start of stages of being developed, so I'm sure we're going to see some problems and issues creep up, and it needs definitely a lot of polish. But Survive the Nights is absolutely, I think, a breath of fresh air. Also, Pine, maybe not a survival game, maybe completely more an RPG game, although it does have a fair amount of survival elements to it. That is now available on Nintendo Switch. I've got it on Switch. I'll be doing some gameplay or live streams next week as well. It may look a little bit like a Fable game, but it's got some depth to it, including how to basically work with factions. Lots of different animal factions and they're fighting against each other as you progress through a story. It's actually got a lot of good stuff, so expect to see them 2 games next week on my channel alongside all the other stuff. As ever, I'll be back with all of the survival game news. Make sure you stay tuned. Every Friday I'm going to try and do this video from now on, giving you a recap of maybe some of the smaller stories or some of the bigger stuff I've shown off in the week. Until then, ratbags, I will see you tomorrow for the 18-hour live stream. Please come and watch, come and just say hello, come and play on my servers, share the stream on social media, and if you can, go ahead and donate. Much appreciated. I'll see you ratbags later.